If you are a skinny guy who goes to the gym and still look the same, it's not your genetics, it's not your metabolism, it's that no one explained muscle gain properly to you. I always used to think that I am a hard gainer. I went from 62 to 70 kg in a year. Not because I found a secret program, but because I fixed the system most guys don't realize that it is broken. And in this video, I'm gonna break that system down. So, a year ago, I was eating one massive meal and call myself on a bulk. I always forget to eat breakfast, and sometimes I just skip dinner. Then I will blame my metabolism, and this is actually wrong. If you only eat one massive meal and the rest of the day is just junk food or some high sugar things, you are not on a bulk. Don't call yourself on a bulk. Your meals has to be well distributed during the day, and they should be high calories and high protein. Eating a lot in one sitting is not a surplus. It's just compensation. You eat nothing in the morning, and in the afternoon you eat like a bodybuilder, like a big guy, and you wonder why you can't hit your surplus. It's because you wasted the half of the day in the morning. I used to wake up and not eating anything for like 4 to 5 hours. Then I would eat my lunch and call myself on a bulk, even though the lunch was 100 grams of protein. It's not a bulk. You are just compensating what you are already wasted in the morning. So let's say you fixed that. You are finally hitting 3000 calories per day. Maybe less, maybe more. Depends on your height, your weight, and also your metabolism. But there is a lot of guys out there who eat like bodybuilders and train like athletes. In 2 minutes, I will show you the exact rep range that kept me stuck at 59 kg for over a year. But first, you need to understand why your workouts are lying to you. So you go to the gym, you sweat a little bit, you get a huge pump, you see yourself at the mirror and you say, wow, you like your physique, you look insane in the mirror. And then you go home. And 2 hours later, you look at yourself again and you look like someone who doesn't lift at all. What you need to understand is the pump is a feeling, but progressive overload is a system. You need to track your lifts. So what I already use is an app called Strong. I track the weights that I'm using, and the next session I always try to add reps or more weight. So for example, let's say I have a leg day. So in leg days, I usually do squats, leg extensions, leg curls, RDLs, and let's pick up for example squats. I'm gonna go and warm up and start with squats. I'm gonna open the app, then I will go to squats. I already have my workout saved in the app. So I go to squats. Let's say for example this week I'm gonna lift 25 kg each side on a barbell squat. For the first set, I did 8 reps and I did it for 3 sets. In the next session, when I will start with squats, I'm gonna check the application. I'm gonna find out that I did 8 reps in 25 kg each side. So I'm gonna make sure that session I will do at least 10 reps. What you need to understand is every session you need to add weights or at least reps. You are not going to the gym for just sweat or just lift. You lift with the system. So the mistake I was making is always stuck in the 12 to 15 rep range, always chasing burn, never forcing strength progression, because your body have to adapt with new weights or new level every time, because muscle grows when it's forced to adapt, not when it's entertained. But even when I started to lift heavier, I wasn't growing the way I should have. Let me tell you something. You think more sets equals more stimulus equals more growth, but you don't understand that your body needs to recover. Your body have a recovery cost. Your body have a limited capacity for recovering. So the recovery cost is the total stress that your body must repair after training. That doesn't just include muscle. It includes nervous system fatigue, tendons stress, joint stress, hormonal disruption, and also inflammations. And your body has a limited recovery cost per week. If you go beyond that, when you destroy yourself, your body doesn't repair himself to actually grow. He repairs himself to actually just function. So train hard, but train intelligently. Understand your body. And also, even if you know you need more calories, at some point you physically can't eat more eggs or chew more chicken. That's why I highly suggest you to get some high calorie shakes. Get some shake and put whatever you have on the fridge on it, because we all know that drinking out 800 calories is much more easier than eating 800 calories. That's not motivation, that's physics, and that also will help you to get consistent, because you cannot suffer every day. You cannot suffer eating high calories, huge meals every day, all day. I used to think I'm a hard gainer. I also used to tell myself I have fast metabolism. It made me feel better. It made me powerless. Bro, trust me when I say most hard gainer are not cursed. They are either inconsistent or under-recovered, or maybe under-eating without realizing it. If you eat like a bowl of salad, that's 150 calories and you are already full. But the moment I start shift this mindset that I am a hard gainer, I have fast metabolism, the moment I stop enabling my mind to make excuses, I grow more. Because if you label yourself as a hard gainer and you put a huge meal in front of your face, you won't eat it. Because your brain would say, I have a fast metabolism anyway, so why I would eat more? Why I would suffer if nothing's gonna change? The moment I stopped calling myself a skinny guy, I ate more, I trained better, I slept better, I grew fast, and I started to act like an athlete in training. I felt better during the workouts, and I actually start to enjoy the journey instead of just blaming myself and blaming my metabolism and blaming other people. Even though I had a tight budget, I still found a way to eat good meals and have a good diet. I start having crazy pumps at the gym. My progressive overload went up. Not because something changed on my body, but something changed on my mind. I told myself, I'm not that old guy anymore. And also, bro, you don't grow at the gym. You grow when you sleep. Most guys underestimate this, and also social media made it very, very hard. Because you see people working and grinding at night. That's stupid mindset. You already have all day to work. Why would you work at night? If you still studying till 3 a.m., you are not just breaking your gains, you are destroying your own muscle. You are destroying the muscle you already have. You are destroying your hormones. You are destroying your mental health, your motivation, and everything. You will wake up tired and lazy, and you won't have the energy to go push at the gym. You will struggle with progressive overload that I already told you about. You need to treat sleep like a gym session or even more. You won't miss a gym session, but you will miss sleep. It's the same thing. I still do not understand people who grind at night. The best grind you can do at night is to sleep. You can wake up early and really work. Yeah, I respect you for that, but working at night is fucking stupid unless you really don't have time. Unless you are really busy at day, you have a 9 to 5 job, and then you come back and you go to the gym and you have something other to do at night. Yeah, fair enough. You can still manage to sleep at 6 to 7 hours, but most people are not. Most people have the ability to actually sleep 7 to 8 hours at least. So stop finding excuses and start fixing your sleep schedule. Trust me when I say everything will be fixed if you only fixed one thing, your sleep schedule. If you start to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time for at least 6 months, you are going to see huge results at the gym. You are going to 1.5 your results. Of course, if you track your workouts and you track your diet. And there is one more self-sabotage thing that most skinny guys won't admit. I wasn't too, but that's the truth. A lot of skinny guys are afraid to lose their only visible asset, which is their abs. So they undereat. They eat high protein diets with the calorie deficits, and that's fucking stupid. You think that carbs and fats are not important. That shows me a lack of education. They try to gain, they try to build muscle while staying lean. You need to understand that if you don't sacrifice your abs, you won't grow shoulders, you won't grow a chest. You need to understand that to grow a chest and shoulders, you need to sacrifice abs a little bit. You need to accept some fluff. That's the price of admission. And also, this asset, those abs, are not a sign of strength, are not a sign of aesthetics. That's sign of starvation, because abs are muscles. If you don't train them, they won't grow. You only have visible abs because you have a low body fat percentage. And the last thing, guys, even if you fix all of that, there is one last reason, and guess what? If you don't fix this last thing, you will stay skinny forever. Muscle is not built in motivation phase. It's built in boredom phase. I see a lot of guys go for a 10 out of 10 effort in the first 2 weeks, and then they go for a 3 out of 10 effort for the rest of the 6 months. Your body does not care about intensity. It cares about consistency. You need to be patient. You won't see major or big results on the first 1, 2, 3, or even 4 months, to be honest. Because you are a beginner, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes in progressive overloading. You're gonna make mistakes in finding the best workout splits. You're gonna undereat. It's not gonna be a perfect path when you just go all in, unless you have experience. You are in a phase when you collect experience. You are in a phase when you start making mistakes and realizing the mistakes and fixing them in order to grow. That's why I tell most guys who are beginners, don't expect big muscle in the first year, because the first year is not made for muscle. The first year is made for understanding the game, understanding how it works. You cannot build a V shape on a weekend, but you can build a little bit of it in a 7 out of 10 consistent effort in 6 months. So if you are skinny, it's not because you are broken, it's because your system is. So fix your sleep, fix your calories, fix your training, fix your recovery, and give it 6 months of boring consistency. That's it, guys. So I hope this was helpful, and see you on the next video.